Hello and welcome to the Supercast. I'm your host, Superintendent Anthony Godfrey. It was a night of music and memories at Bingham High School as former choir directors traveled from far and wide to reunite, take a step back in time, and reflect on the legacy they helped create. On this episode of the Supercast, we hear from Jolene Dalton Gailey, LeAnna Willmore, Kerrin Gates, Ryan North, and Logan Bingham about what makes the music program and students so special at Bingham and what moved them most about the magical reunion. We're here with current and past choir directors here at Bingham High School way back into the 1900s. And we are really excited to have you all here. Just introduce yourselves, each of you, and then I have just a couple of questions for you. But it's really exciting to see you all here together at the same time.
I'm Jolene Dalton Gailey, and I was here from 1984 to 1991.
LeAnna Willmore, 1991 to 1999.
I'm Kerrin Gates, and I taught here for from 2008 to 2014.
I'm Ryan North, and I taught here from 2014 to 2023.
I'm Logan Bingham, and I am the current choir director the first year here.
Tell me how it feels to be here tonight.
It's exciting. It's different coming back as a visitor, and this is actually the first time I'm seeing the new performing arts area, the renovations that have happened. So it's really exciting to see that and meet up with former students and their parents.
This is the site of where I met my husband and married him.
Oh, wow.
And so this place has more importance to me than just about any place I've taught.
Is it bringing back memories?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Okay. I love Bingham High. I couldn't get over when I was here the traditions, how they honor the traditions, and where they started and where they were going. It's just the most traditional high school that I've ever been in. I've taught now in 4 different high schools.
It's only been a few months since I was here last, but it's good to be back. It's good to see some of the students that I know, and it's good to feel that energy, that student energy that you get on the night of a concert. That you can feel that. It's just in the air, and I just love that feeling. That was one of my favorite parts of the job.
Well, I'll just add one of the things that we talk about at Bingham is they talked about being a legacy high school. And so one of my things that I wanted to do is figure out how to involve and engage with the alumni. And since I knew some or a lot of the past directors, I thought, well, maybe we could do something. Anyway, this is like, planning coming true. And I'm just thrilled that they're all here. So
it's really exciting to see everyone. These are all names that I've heard before and people I've met before, but now to see you all together tonight is really exciting. Tell me, what made you want to be a choir director?
The woman standing next to me was my junior high school and high school choir director.
Oh, wow.
And so I knew from about 12 years old that I wanted to do what she did because it was so impactful. And then as I studied, then the music became so important.
LeAnna, I know that's not news to you, but how does it feel to hear that?
It means a lot to me. You can imagine what kind of a student she was. I still remember the day when she was in the 7th grade, and I had this piece of music that I needed a pianist for, and it was really hard. And I just said, who wants to play this? And she said, I do. And she took it home and practiced all night and came the next day and she could play it.
Wow.
It was way beyond her.
I can still play it.
It's burned into your memory.
Yes.
Wow.
Those are the very things that make you want to be a choir director.
Yeah.
You have those students that will just gobble it up. They all do.
Sure.
And you can change lives through the music, through the text, through the feelings in the music. You can change lives for the better. You can take someone and help mold them into a better person.
Thousands of lives have been changed by this chain of directors here.
One of the things I loved most about being a choir teacher, and this is something that we would get as choir teachers that, say, a math teacher might not get, is we oftentimes have the same students for 2-3 years, and you get to to build a relationship with those students, over 3 years, and you really get to know them, and they really get to know you, and you get to see them grow, you get to see them change, and and you keep in contact with them long after they graduate. You get the wedding invitations and all the announcements about what's going on, and that's one of the most rewarding parts of the job.
Well, and not to throw the other school but under the bus, but we don't have reunions like this for math classes or for English classes.
That's true.
Maybe only
none of my English students didn't say, "Let's all get together."
Right. So I mean, that is the beauty of music, and not just music, but then the culture and the experience that the high schoolers get. I mean, they're amazing. The things that they do are incredible, and so for me, it was that I had a great music teacher that inspired me, and I think that's probably how a lot of us got into this thing of we had someone that inspired us, and then we decided, hey, I'll give it a shot too.
Yeah, I had an interesting experience as a teenager in choir myself. I started, my mother was very musical, and she taught us all as kids, and so we had kind of musical education throughout our early years of education. But when I went to high school, I joined choir, and a lot of the experiences I had there, just in an interesting moment of clarity as a teenager, thought it's important that kids this age have a safe place where they can practice being themselves, you know what I mean, and practice that changing voice, and understand things that are okay and not have to be scared. So to me, that was one of the things that inspired me to become a teacher in general, was this idea of kids need a safe place to be and to grow and to find out, who they are and what they want to be.
What are some of your favorite memories as choir director?
The rehearsal was really more fun than the performance usually. That's where the magic happened. The most beautiful moments happened in the rehearsal, and you always hoped that they would carry over into the performance and the audience would feel it, but it was the rehearsal.
You've had many favorite memories in those rehearsals over the years. Anyone else?
Well, and like Ryan said, those times when you just see them get it too, light bulb go on, and when they make the connection between rehearsal and what happens in performance, it's the performance then seems like a little bit of a flash in the pan after all you've gone through to get to that, snapshot of all your work.
Yeah, that's the magic of learning. It's something they didn't think they could do.
And they can make that connection and go, that's what it's about.
And some of the best memories too are not musical memories. It's just maybe a connection you have with a student over something non-musical related. You just make a connection, and there's some sort of special understanding that happens there, and you just feel like, okay, we've got something here between us now, and you feel like you can be influential in their life, and you feel like you've made a little bit of a difference, and that happens frequently too. And you don't always realize it at the time, and they'll come back to you later. You'll get a note at the end of the year, or a parent will say something, or it'll be years later, they'll say, hey, do you remember when this happened? That really meant a lot to me. And that's like, well, wow. Yeah.
I agree with everything they've said. But to add to that, the ability to be able to take students on tours away from this area, to take them to Vancouver, British Columbia, to take them to Arizona, to take them to California, to take them and watch them go, wow. And then to have their music influence and affect people that aren't their moms and dads in the audience.
Yeah. Right.
And to find out that they have the power to affect other lives with their music. You don't get that very many places.
I always loved it, because I think we did 3 trips to New York while I was here at Bingham, and I just loved watching them when we'd get to New York. Their eyes would just open really wide, like, we are not in South Jordan, Utah anymore. Right? It's like, there's a whole other world out there outside of this little valley here. I love that.
That's a gift.
Yeah, and that's an important educational moment as well. It's maybe not be music related, but it's life related, Yeah.
What's your favorite time signature?
Ooh,
7/8.
Something
7/8?
asymmetrical. Thank you.
7/8? Okay.
I love a good
5/8 now and then.
I love a good 6/8. A little 1, 2,
6,
3, 4, 5.
No 3 4s, huh?
I don't like 3 4.
Only if you're doing quarter note
Only if you're
triplets
doing
in it.
one beat per
Yeah,
minute.
waltzes,
Okay, all right,
waltzes,
fair
maybe,
enough.
yeah.
Fair enough. Any other thoughts or memories about Bingham?
I have an overall thought about teaching music. And I don't know if this happens every place, but it happens for us as at the end of a class period, you will have students say, "Thank you. It was a good class today.
Yeah.
Thanks for what you do for us." That just, you get notes. You get so many notes. I had boxes of notes that I finally went through and read during COVID.
Wow.
Just boxes, but it's the personal thank yous that they say as they're leaving the class. They don't just walk out.
Sounds like you've had a similar experience.
I actually had a file in my cabinet in my office that I just labeled happy file. And and I would take it out sometimes and just read those kind little notes that they would sometimes leave, and it fills you back up a little bit, after you give so much.
My time here at Bingham, I'm just filled with gratitude. There is a rich tradition of choral music here at Bingham going way, way back. And these three ladies here to my right here, they were part of that tradition, and I just got to come in and kind of stand on their shoulders and continue to build upon what they had built. And I'm just grateful to all three of you and the others who are not here for establishing that tradition and maintaining that tradition here at Bingham, because it really is an important part of the school culture here. The madrigals still sing at every assembly, and that doesn't just happen overnight. I mean, that has to be embedded in the school culture. So thank you for upholding that, and I hope that just continues for forever.
Well, and I'll just add, that's why I titled this whole event, We'll Always Remember, which is the first words of our school hymn that is sung all the time, of we will always remember this place and the legacy of this wonderful choir program and this event, which I hope is another kickoff to another almost maybe era of great onward and upward emotion for the Bingham High choirs. And I mean, how lucky am I to be standing on the shoulders of you four and many more that are here, and I'm just so grateful for all that you've done too.
I've long known about the music tradition at Bingham, and it's really wonderful to meet the people who are responsible for it. Thank you very much for everything you've done for students over the years and for Bingham, and just being a part of this very important tradition here for these folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay with us when we come back. Hear a performance from the Bingham High School Choir.
Are you looking for a job right now? Looking to work in a fun and supportive environment with great pay and a rewarding career? Jordan School District is hiring. We're currently filling full and part-time positions. You can work and make a difference in young lives and education as a classroom assistant or a substitute teacher. Apply to work in one of our school cafeterias, where our lunch staff serves up big smiles with great food every day. We're also looking to hire custodians and bus drivers. In Jordan School District, we like to say, people come for the job and enjoy the adventure. Apply today at employment.jordandistrict.org.
Campus so clean. happy and excited to see all of you here, and thank you for coming to tonight's concert/alumni reunion event. This is really an exciting night because I've been thinking about and planning this night for a few months, and to see it happening is just making my heart so happy. So thank you for being here, whether you are a parent of one of the choir members, or maybe you might be an alumni of Bingham High Choirs. Welcome. My name is Mr. Bingham, and I am the new choir teacher here at Bingham High. And we're using this event as a kind of a kickoff to a new era, maybe. That seems like a big word to say. But a new season, maybe. That's what it is. This is a television show, a new season of Bingham High Choirs. Up next, the next one. Let's have Bravado come on to the stage.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Supercast. Remember, education is the most important thing you'll do today. We'll see you out there.